Well, hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Renee, and I've got several things going on today. I got English muffin bread over here rising. I did a video to that, and I can always actually I didn't do it very long ago, so you'll probably be able to just scroll down and you'll find it, but I could put a link somewhere here in the description box to it. I'm gonna make some breakfast sandwiches without eggs in it, because not everybody likes eggs. And my daughter, first off, there's a couple people in our family who can't really do eggs. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Well, that one goes to the chickens. 4, 5, 6. All right. I'll give that piece to the chickens, and this one can go in the freezer. So I cook everything ahead of time, even my eggs. But we're not putting eggs on these ones. We're just gonna do cheese, and we're gonna do sausage. And this bread, this is so cheap, friends. This bread was from a route return, and the loaf of bread was like 70 cents. It's just cheap. So that's what we're gonna do. Do this. And I've got a quadruple batch of dough going in my mixer as we speak, because I'm gonna make cinnamon pull-apart bread and some more garlic pull-apart bread for my freezer. And once I get all this completed, and the dough is rising for my others, we're gonna put together a chicken fajita mix for our freezer, so that we can use that when we cook outside. Okay? This is so easy to put together. If you've got 10 minutes out of your day, you can whip this together, especially if you prep it beforehand, like I did. Now, these are nice, and I'll show you how I do these, so that they don't always stick together on you. See, I put parchment paper in between them. I'll put these right on there. Nice, hey? These are smaller ones. Those are for English muffins. So we're gonna set these ones aside for a minute. These are the smaller ones I use for English muffins. Okay? Those are gonna go right back in there. And that way when I do my English muffin sandwiches, those are the sausages already. I usually do that when it's on sale, because then, there's another English muffin. 1, 2, all right. These are for sandwiches. Sometimes they stick together. Sometimes we just give them a little bang and they'll pop apart. Other times not so easy. There we go. These can go back in the fridge or the freezer. And I need to wash my hands before we put this together. Okay, and that's all I do. Otherwise, you could put the egg on it, and then you could have egg, sausage, and cheese on whole grain bread. I don't like that big wad sticking out. So, there we go. These are easy to put together. Oh, goodness sakes. Okay, I'll get all these wrapped up and then it'll be done. Okay, friends, so all I do is I stick these right back in here. Then they can go right back in my freezer. And I'll write on the bag what they are. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 7. We got a whole week's worth of breakfast sandwiches for one. I'm going to use 2 bowls because I got a whole big wad of dough in this mixer. It's just a little bit tacky, but that's all right. We can work with that. Otherwise, it's good. Look how beautiful that dough is. That's like 8 loaves of bread right here. And 4 are going to be white bread. 2 are going to be cinnamon pull-apart bread, and 2 are going to be garlic bread. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to cut this in half because okay. All right. It's a little big to roll. Okay. There's one. Okay. There's 2. All right, I'm just going to cover these up, put them on my stove, and we're going to get busy with our chicken fajitas. Ooh. I've done this bread many, many times, so there is a recipe in there, and I will also put a link in the description box for this. But I'll go ahead and we'll do the cinnamon pull-apart bread and the garlic bread together again, so you can see how we do that once again. Okay, friends, we're going to put together our seasoning for our chicken fajitas. Okay, so I'm going to make quite a bit, so I'm probably going to have about 3 bags. Yeah, 2 breasts each. So I'm going to have about 3 bags of chicken fajitas. So I'm just going to make my all at once. So you're going to want chili powder. And you're going to want cumin. I will put the recipe in the description box so that you have that for a single batch, which would be like a pound of chicken. Okay. I'm going to do some granulated garlic. And I'm using, which is a wonderful choice, is Italian seasoning because, 1.5, I'll do a little bit more, because it has all the wonderful herbs in it, and it just enhances that chicken beautifully. All right, so we're gonna put, I got a new teaspoon. Of pepper, and I'm going to do a teaspoon of salt. All right, we're gonna mix this up. Oh my gosh, if you could smell this. It's wonderful. Beautiful. Our seasoning is all ready for our fajitas. So let's get busy. Okay, friends, all my peppers are already sliced. They were in the freezer, so I got a bunch of sliced peppers from my freezer. Those are from Flash Food. So it definitely makes this meal even more budget friendly. And I know that isn't good English, but I've got more onions sliced up. I just want to slice a few red ones to have those with my fajitas too. So we're just going to slice these up and get these ready. Then we can get busy with this. Okay. All right. I love chicken fajitas. I think they're wonderful. And they're so good out on the grill. Even my grandkids like them. And yeah, they're a little on the spicier side, but you know, my grandkids don't mind that at all. They like the spicy. They eat jalapenos on the pizza. They like lots of pepper. They're not your normal kids, I think, you know, but they like it. And I'm going to turn my fan on right now. Okay, now that stops my eyes from watering. All right. Oh, I don't want that in there. We're just going to get these all sliced up. And if I don't use all these onions for the fajitas, they won't go to waste. I can use them for our pizzas. Okay. Now we can get our chicken sliced up, get our bags ready, and get this ready for the freezer. Okay, now when I wrap my chicken, I put it in a container, but I always wrap it in a little parchment paper so that they don't stick together. And this is the best time to cut the chicken when it's partially froze. We're going to cut this in strips. There we go. We can cut that in half. All right. Okay, so this is going to go. I got 2 breasts for each bag. I'm going to get all the chicken cut up first, and then we'll fill our bags. This is a perfect size for 2 people. This is a good size. Excuse me. This is a perfect size for 4 people. So Mr. Wayna will have this, and we would definitely, usually we have company. People smell it cooking and they come running. But we usually have this, and then we have lunch the next day. So it works out great. All right. There's our chicken in that bag. I'm going to wash this off where I had the chicken. Okay, so with this, we're going to put onions in here. And you know what I think? I probably have enough onions. Put a few sliced ones in here, too few yellow ones. These are sliced real thin, and they're partially froze, so we're just gonna put some in there, just like that. Put some of the peppers in there. Be beautiful. And a little more peppers in that. I think that looks pretty good for that bag. Get this bag over here too. Oh, that one might need some more. All right. You can never have enough onions in my book. Love onions. Okay, we're going to put like a handful of these green peppers in. I put some in that one too. Okay, that looks wonderful. So we're going to combine these 2 bags. And I saved the bags when they only have veggies in them. That can go back in the oven with the sliced peppers. Look at these beautiful bags of fajita mix, friends. All right, so now all we got to do is, I did this for 3, so we're going to put that in. We're going to give them, divvy this up 3 ways. It looks like it's going to be about a couple tablespoons each. Absolutely. Okay. That's how easy that is. You know, you can, when I get my flash food is when I slice the onions, I slice the peppers. You don't have to blanch them to freeze them. You just slice them all up and put them in your freezer. So when, like Meyer per se, has peppers 10 for 10, I'll buy a whole bunch of them, unless I buy a whole bunch from the Flash Foods, which is even cheaper. But I will get as many peppers as I possibly can, and I will slice them. Same with onions. I'll get them all when they're on sale, or when I get a good deal in the Flash Foods, I'll slice them all up. I'll package them in the freezer, and in times like this, when I find chicken on sale, I've already got everything already in the freezer, prepped and ready to go. Just slice up my chicken, put it all together, and it makes for a quick meal. And it doesn't take long to put it together. You don't have to spend all afternoon cutting and slicing. Well, I know I sliced my onions today, my red onions, but that's because I wanted red onions in there. Okay? I wouldn't have had to. I could have just put regular onions in it. This is beautiful. I have to be careful with these. These are the bags that aren't the prettiest, aren't the safest. Look at that beautiful fajita mix with the chicken, the red onions, the peppers, and all the seasoning in there. That makes a wonderful meal. This will feed a family of 4. Very easy. All you have to do is get your tortilla shells. It's wonderful. This is also good in mixed into a salad. For those of you who like the meat and the sauteed veggies and stuff in salads, this would be wonderful in that too. Our dough is ready, friends. Take a look at this. It's risen beautifully. Okay, so with that, we are going to work on getting our butter in this pan and getting it melted. Now with that, I'm going to do all this bread. I'm going to do 4 loaves of cinnamon pull-apart bread and 4 loaves of garlic pull-apart bread because they don't last at all. I can't keep them on the shelf, so we're going to make lots of it. I got about 2 good tablespoons of garlic in there. I'm making 4 loaves, remember. I'll put the recipe down there in my description for a single batch. And just however much parsley you want. That's it. Okay. This is beautiful. I'm just going to dump this out. And I think because we are doing 4, I might be able to fit it all in there. And what you see on it, I got parsley on the counter. And it's okay, it isn't going to hurt this. I just cut up the little chunks. Throw it in there. Okay. Our last one. To mix this up. Okay. This will be nice. All right, so here we go, friends. We got our 4 pans ready. We are going to dump this all in here. Beautiful. And just get your hands in there and start mixing it up. Pull it apart and mix it all in there. Just keep mixing. Looks like a hot mess, but just keep getting this mixed up, and then we can mix our cheese in with this. Beautiful. Okay, so let me leave that sitting there just like that for a minute. Wash my hands up and we'll get the cheese in there. I'm just going to pour cheese in there. And that will probably be good right there. I don't want too much, but I want some cheese in it. Okay, there we go. Oh, look at there. We're not going to waste all this. My counter's clean. It's going in my bowl. Okay. All right, so we got that mixed up beautifully. That just comes right apart. Gorgeous. Okay. We're going to divvy this up between these. Okay, this one has a little too much in it. There we go. This one can go over here. Just make them all nice and even. All right, so these are going to sit here. Well, I'll set them up here so you can see them. And we're just going to cover these up until they rise. And I want them, you know, a little bit over the top of the pan. Ooh, friends, that was raised up so high that I had to knock it down so that I could work with this. All right. Okay, so what we're going to do here, let's see, I'm going to side. Okay, we're going to dump our butter in here, and I got 4 sticks, 1 pound, because we got 4 loaves. Don't want to waste none of that. Okay, now with that, we're going to do this over. This is my own homemade brown sugar that I make with black truffle. I love this stuff. We're going to put a cup in there. Just about. Okay. We'll start with that. We're going to do about 2 good tablespoons of cinnamon. Now, we're just going to whisk this up before we start putting our bread in here. Okay. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to start cutting chunks off this. Okay? Just like we did with the other one. Okay, you got the idea between this one and the last one. I'm going to get this cut up, and then I'll bring it back when we mix it and put it in the pans. Okay, our last one right here. All right. Just like the last one, we're going to get our hands dirty. Okay? And then we're going to put it in our pans. Just mix it real good. Pull it apart. Beautiful. Okay, here we go. We got that mixed really good. All right, now I got a little bit of this beautiful stuff left, so I'm going to put a little bit in each pan. This is messy, but man, is it ever good. Okay, these are going to sit on my stove because I believe my other ones are almost ready to go. My garlic bread is ready to go in the oven. These are going to bake at 350 degrees for 30 minutes, and they'll be beautiful. All right, we're going to put our garlic bread in. And then these are going to sit on the stove to rise. I'm going to clean up my mess. I'll see you back here when all this is finished. Well, there we have it, friends. Holy cow, did I do some bread today. Look at this gorgeous bread. Now, I've done a video on it from start to finish long before. But this is what I make a lot for my market stand, and it flies off the shelves. So if you're going to do, and this is the time of year to do it, if you're going to do a bake sale, I'm telling you, these are hot sellers. Completely hot sellers. We also did this beautiful chicken fajita freezer meals. They're wonderful. They'll be good. We only got 2 here because the other is out in my outdoor refrigerator. And we're going to have that for dinner. And our breakfast sandwiches with the sausage and the cheese. No eggs in here, friends. What a wonderful day we had in the kitchen, friends. I hope you enjoyed watching all this get baked. Plus, today I made 4 or 5 loaves. 1, 2, 3. 4 loaves of English muffin bread. So my market stand is going to be stocked up a little bit for the weekend. You all have a wonderful day. I'll put the recipes in the description box below the video. And for the breads, I will put the link to the tutorial video. You all have a wonderful day, friends. Thanks for hanging out with me in the kitchen. I'll see you in the next video. And as always, thanks for watching.